So let me say thanks to my old friend Dave Berry. Dave, thank you for your comments, and Sheila Sherfilis McCormick, member of Congress, and also for Fernan Amandi. Thank you all. Very moving. Now we're going to have another old friend of mine. South Florida and the nation have been comforted and shaken up over the last 30 years by the words of our next guest, writer and columnist Leonard Pitts Jr.
Who are you calling old? Leonard Pitts, his final column appeared Thursday in the Miami Herald, where he's appeared since 1991. He started there as a music critic and became a preeminent social critic. Leonard Pitts joins us from Maryland in the cold, where he and his family now live.
Hey, Leonard.
So nice to have you with us.
Great to see you. How are you?
Good to be there. Thank you.
All right, so in your column, first front page this week in the Herald, you said that you just knew it was time. I mean, you're 65, you've written 4 novels, you want to write more. How did you know it was time?
Columns started getting to be a lot harder to write. that was one sure cue. And I don't know if it was the professional version of senioritis once I knew that this was what I wanted to do or what, but I know that ordinarily there's sort of this pattern where, you'll have columns that are moderately hard and columns that just sort of flow, and then there's one or two that are just like you're just fighting for every word. And I've noticed a lot more over the last year and a half. There were a lot more columns where I was like fighting for every word, it's like fighting for every inch of ground on a battlefield. You're just fighting, to make the column want, behave, sit there on the page and say what I'm trying to say and stop, nattering back at me. They became very unruly and very difficult to write over the last year, 2 years.
Yeah. That's so interesting to hear you say that, because to me, reading your columns, you had that kind of, the depth was there, but the writing was so simple, and you just had a way of saying something and having your reader say, that's exactly how I feel. I just could not have ever said it that well.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to seem easy. It's supposed to read easy, but you're not supposed to be able to look at it and know how much or how little, difficulty there was with the column. So thank you. That tells me that at least, all the wrestling with the columns, paid off.
Yes.
Leonard, you have, I really mean this so deeply, helped us all through some terrible moments in this country over the last number of years with your columns. And I'm not saying that it was one of those terrible moments, but in Georgia with the election, the Senate election, when Herschel Walker was a candidate, you wrote some brilliant columns, and one of them essentially said this was an attempt or an opportunity for some white people to tell black men especially how they should behave. As if they knew better than black men.
Yeah, that's been sort of a frustration of mine for, many years, that if you are a black columnist, particularly a black male columnist, you are going to receive emails from people who are explaining to you how to be a man, how to be a black man. And, one is the frustration comes from the fact that the people giving you this advice have no standing, no relevant experience based on how to give it. But two, the advice that they're giving is advice that generally would be good for all of us, for any of us, to be present in your children's lives, get education, et cetera, et cetera. But they feel a special need for, their own reasons to give this advice to black men. And then these same folk turn around and support a black man who basically, exhibits none of the qualities that they are saying that they claim to prize in this advice. Herschel Walker is not, not a good father, apparently, at least not a present father for his kids, according to the kids. Has abused women, got dropped out of college, is a stranger to the English language, and on and on and on. So it just, the hypocrisy, and this isn't the first time or the only case in which I felt that, but the hypocrisy just reeks, and it just felt necessary to say that.
I think one of the legacies you and your writing probably leave South Florida is instructing our diverse community on what it's like to be a Black American. As we speak, our state, our country is just so divided over what a lot of people call culture wars, one of which is the way we teach history of race in the United States. And I would love to hear from you when you hear someone say they are anti-woke. What does that mean to you? How do you hear that?
It means that they are anti any discussion of systemic injustices in this country. And what's astonishing to me is that that's not just me saying that. That was a representative of Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, saying that a few weeks ago in a federal court. And it just blew my mind. The court asked him to define woke. What does it mean that you're anti-woke? And I really would have expected that they're going to say something, outlandish and red meat and really, insane. And the definition that he gave was actually quite fair. He said that woke, to be woke is to be concerned with and, wanting to oppose systemic injustice and want to be aware of systemic injustice and to believe there is systemic injustice. Yeah. So how are you anti that? That is what really just blows my mind. I guess to answer my own question, I suppose it's easy to be anti that when you are a beneficiary of those systemic injustices.
Yeah,
but for the rest of us, yeah. I'm sorry, go on, sir.
No, I was just going to say, and we do, as you have written about, have a new law in Florida that says that children in school may not be taught about things that make them feel embarrassed, ashamed, about what their ancestors had done. If your ancestor had owned slaves, for example, we shouldn't teach that because people will, some children may feel embarrassed. I mean, maybe they should feel embarrassed, and maybe that's the right reaction.
Yeah, there's this tendency for us to want to treat white kids, and only white kids, frankly, like egg cartons treat eggs, to cradle them, to cushion them on all sides, to make sure that they go through, the process without the slightest bump or bruise. And whenever I think about this, I always think of this white kid that I met 11 years ago. Ryan was his name, and I was with him as he watched a documentary on the murder of Emmett Till, and he was appalled, and he was felt all of these complex feelings as a white kid watching what white kids had done to this black child. But then he said what it did was it encouraged him and energized him to want to be better, to want to be a better ally to marginalized people. And I suspect that would probably be a common refrain among a lot of white kids if their white parents would simply get out of the way and stop trying to protect them from what has already happened and from what is reality.
Yeah. Leonard, it is such a pleasure to have you on our show, and I guess I'm just going to have to start reading more of your novels. I've read
well,
one.
Thank you.
I think the last time we spoke, I had read your first novel. I'll read the others and, wish you well in everything you do. And thank you for your wonderful columns.
And happy retirement to you as well. I'm wondering who's going to be left in South Florida.
I'll be here.
Seems like a lot of us seem to be heading for the door all at once.
Glenn is here. Nancy Ancrum's at the Herald. There's some good people here.
There you go.
Thanks, Leonard.
Thank you.
All right. My pleasure. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Hey, Michael, congratulations on your retirement. We're going to miss you, but you've inspired so many of us to stay informed and get involved. Thank you for that and for your service to our community.